Meanwhile, the women of Troy are off to a 9-1 start, thanks in large part to their leading scorer, Kris Simon. And it's clear to anyone who watches, the senior forward is one of the most physically tough players in the country. But internally, Simon would tell you she struggled against a bigger enemy, one that no one else could see and that up until recently, she herself has struggled to understand. Now, in her own words, Kris Simon tells her story.
My name is Kris Simon, and this is called My Forever. And sometimes you fall in love with a person for a purpose that's uncertain. Burton's barricade and breach was Burton. Now I remember where I left off at the dots. When writer's block took a shot at my mind and my mental, I sent a message to give myself some props. I'm not a rental, I'm not what's bought, and you are not top. Tip this message to my future self, believing that we will not stop. Draining messages and questioning what happened to what happened to us. Up and rekindle the flame, regain the love and the lust, because we are not at our end. They say if they leave and come back, they were always yours to begin. Boom.
Kris Simon and how locked in and focused she is.
Kris Simon, she's not gonna miss from there. Simon, and she makes the Beavers pay.
Kris is a monster. She wants the ball. She wants to shoot it every single time.
When she comes downhill, she kind of looks like a LeBron James.
Shut the front door!
I know that every time we play against each other, there's always going to be a competition. There's always going to be a battle.
Simon finds the bottom of the net.
I would describe myself as, I'm an introverted comedian, let's say that.
Boy, that's a bucket.
When the doctor first saw her when she was born, she said, she's going to be an athlete.
I'm here.
Growing up was a lot of fun because I was the youngest, I had a lot of siblings.
Basketball came in Kristen's life when she observed her brothers playing basketball.
We do things like, we poke at her or try to get her to, get really mad at us and stuff like that.
They would rough me up, they hit me. They wouldn't play me like I was a girl, I guess you could say.
I've seen dominance in her game, just as a 4-5-year-old little girl, like dominating little boys.
That's when I really got hungry and kind of started practicing even more, because it was like, okay, I can pull something out of this because I'm actually starting to get things. The first thing was I was blessed, but I think everything else going on in my life felt like it was going down the drain. Everybody goes to like these different stages, and for me, it kind of felt like my stages weren't going as smoothly.
Mentally, I don't think she believed in herself.
She was really struggling with a lot of different entities in her life.
Depression and anxiety, and at first she didn't really want to share that because she didn't want, it to be all about her. She wanted to be about the team.
I knew how good she was. Everybody knew how good she was, but she just didn't believe it. And there was no way for us to help her believe that. And it literally broke my heart.
I was confused, and I was asking myself, why am I like this? Why do I feel this way? Things aren't so bad right now in my life.
All right, here with Kris Simon in Georgia, Canada. One signed with SC, the other with UCLA. Kristen, why SC?
Family, I would say family decision,
I was supposed to be happy because I had this opportunity. Other people don't have this opportunity. I should be happier than them. People say they feel this feeling of hopelessness. It's one of the worst things somebody could feel. It's a terrible feeling. And that's literally what I felt. I remember I got to school, I was close with the baseball coach, and I went to him and I just started screaming. And after that, I kind of just stopped talking, and it just felt like I shut down mentally. There was nothing that I could say that would explain what I felt.
It came to a point for her that was not good, and she hit rock bottom.
So I went to a psychiatric hospital at UCLA. I was in the hospital for about a week. I met a doctor, she told me Kris, I think you have clinical depression. For me, I had never felt more relief in my life. because it explained why, since I was about 13, why I felt the way I felt, why I thought the way I thought things, why I did things the way I did, why my path was so much different from everybody else's.
USC has somebody very physical in Kristen Simon.
In her mind, she can bring her team to the promised land.
To see her and to see her grow and to see where she's going, I mean, that's amazing.
She's very mature. She's just a great adult to hang around with.
Dang.
She's not afraid to be herself, and that's what I love about her.
She has her days. Like, she'll call me and be like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it today. And I'm like, you got this. Trust me, you got this.
I'm more at peace with things because I understand that if I work hard and I want to do something, I can do it. My advice to people who are going through similar situations would probably be stay on your course, because nobody else is like you in the world. You are you, and you have to learn to love that. So if you're not mentally healthy, that's okay to ask for help, but it's really the question of, are you gonna get up and try again?